Hi, my name is Kendra Smith, and I'd like to take a few minutes just to talk to you about fashion. What is fashion? It's really what you make of it. Especially in today's market, we see that the actual industry is being influenced more by the consumer than uh, the consumer is being influenced by the market. So that's very interesting in terms of the turn of events. Um, One of the main points of the fashion industry for many years was uh, the exclusivity of it. Um, Through runway shows in Milan, Paris, New York City, Miami, LA, that is now expanded. No longer do you have to wait for the newsstands to get the latest magazines. Now you can simply just go online and check out their online magazine editions. You can check out the blogs. You can check out Facebook, Instagram, and just see what everyday people are wearing. And it seems that more and more people are becoming fascinated by what individuals are wearing. So we see this turn of events where street style is very popular now. Um, Things that would not normally be trendy are becoming trendy. One of those things being vintage clothing, secondhand items. We hear the joke "trash the treasures," and that's exactly what's happened. In a place that's very commercialized, we see this paradox. And a lot of that is, like I said, the industry being influenced by the consumer. So that's very interesting. Another point to make about that is that now the industry is catering to the consumer in that way. So we see a lot of fashion magazines having segments where they focus on what everyday people are wearing through the streets of major cities. Now we have blogs like the Sartorialist, which is one of my favorites, where he basically travels throughout the world and just takes photos of everyday people on their way to work or on their way during fashion week or wherever they might be going, and just taking photos of what they're wearing. Sometimes the clothing doesn't have a brand or a label. Sometimes he's just appreciating um, the color scheme. Like this week, he's photographing country people in Peru, which obviously is not a fashion capital, but he's just really just appreciating the art of personal style. And that's really what's taking place nowadays. And it opens up a lot of possibilities for all the brands to really find their unique identity, especially when we deal in marketing, especially in a program like Full Sales. It's very important to keep that in mind, that marketing is a unique tool, and there should always be that thought in the back and also in the forefront of your mind as to what your vision is and what your ultimate goal is every time you post something, every time you discuss something. What does your brand represent? And even when we talk about brands like Urban Outfitters, there's a certain style that they sell. There's a certain culture that they promote. You're not going to see someone, more than likely, who shops at Banana Republic, or who shops at J. Crew. More than likely, they will not shop at Urban Outfitters. They're a different person that they're marketing to. So these are very important things that you want to keep in mind in marketing. And certainly, Urban Outfitters is very genius in that they are really catering to street style in a lot of different ways, and they're kind of going across the board. Now, that's just an example, but I'd like to use that as an example for my own personal business endeavors. I'm very fascinated by street fashion, and I believe that it is a way to free people from the idea of having to dress in a way that pleases others, but it doesn't necessarily make them feel comfortable within themselves. And I really believe in the idea of individuality, but there's also elements of faith that I'd also like to incorporate, to where people can still feel that way and want to dress as an individual and be unique and genuine, but also not have to compromise in their integrity, have to show skin, or if that's not something that they would like to do, if they'd want to still be classy but have an edge to them. That's something that I would like to personally brand and market. And that's just me personally. So I'd like to thank you for spending these few moments with me, and hope you enjoy.